I hope so.
Yes. I think I will buy. How much did you pay this Pro? How much?
15,
15,
15 a month. Hmm.
15 a month. Oh,
Hmm.
oh my God. Because I'm
Yeah.
planning to buy because I also have student online.
Hmm.
So yeah, maybe I will try 15 a month. Oh, so that is only 1 month or continuously?
Yeah, you have to continue paying, but I think it's worth it. I mean, if
Oh,
if you're using it a lot, especially if you have students that are gonna pay you, it's gonna be paid like
mm,
really
mm,
really
mm, mm.
quickly, I think.
Yeah, especially if you're handling an online classes like this, then you should
Yeah,
invest something. Oh, Vivian is
definitely.
here. Hello, Vivian.
Vivian, hey.
Hello, everybody.
Yes, our next task giver.
Oh my gosh, yes. So
Are
when
you
I'm
ready?
supposed to, yeah, almost.
Uh-huh.
I'm prepared. I'm working on it. But when is it? Is it on
Tomorrow on Monday. I used to
Oh,
I used to post the
Monday,
task
Monday. Mm-mm-mm.
Monday?
on a Sunday night because I don't know, but you can do it on Monday.
Okay, so do I just post there and that's it? Because and then how people are gonna find it? They just have to scroll down and find
Hmm.
the
They're gonna
task
see it.
giver. Okay.
Yeah, they're going to watch your video or read your post and then, yeah, do the task, whatever you give us.
Okay, no, I haven't done it yet. I have some ideas, so I'm working on it. But yeah, I do because I saw there's so many people on that community, like 300 something,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, yeah, because some of them they are just maybe observing what we are doing here because I haven't known them like you guys. I have one-on-one call
Hmm.
with you before in the Fluency Breakthrough Challenge, but some of them maybe they just found our group through the other my Facebook page or my YouTube channel, my Instagram, or
Hmm.
maybe some other suggestions. So yeah, maybe they feel
Yeah, that's,
shy. So there's not
uh-huh.
ready to join us like this.
Yeah, they will.
They
Like for
will.
example, I'm part of Hadar's community too, and
Mhm.
I've been watching the videos for like I don't know for over 2 months, and only yesterday I posted a video. I decided to post something.
Mm, 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 mm.
Somebody else? Oh,
Yes, Martha is coming.
Martha.
Hi, yeah.
Hi, Martha.
Hi. You know, guys, I was clicking the link you shared in the Facebook group. So it
Uh-huh.
took me 5 minutes. Then, uh, when I couldn't do, I tried to log in again, and it didn't work. And then I remembered Skype, maybe another link they shared. And Frank's, you shared in Skype.
Mm-hmm.
Those members who were in the previous chat. That's why Kira know like
Mm, 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 mm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, your connection is
they
pretty.
already know. I cannot. Maybe might
Yeah,
have happened to them as well.
yeah, I think so. I mean, but we have Vivian and we have Francis that they were not on the first group, and we are
Yeah.
missing and we're missing Alex and who else from the first
Vikas.
meeting? Vicas, but Vicas didn't know really anything
Uh,
what we
Oh,
are talking
is
about
this the
anyway.
second meeting already?
Yeah.
yeah, this is our second session.
Okay, good.
All right, Vivian. So I don't know. Did you watch the video I posted about
Yeah, of
the?
course. I watched it twice yesterday just to see,
Okay.
about the content, what it was about. And
Okay.
then today I watched it again just to take some notes and see.
Great. So what do you think? I mean, I don't know. We were discussing that.
Well, I think all the videos I've been watching lately about this content, it's they all say the same. They say the same thing about like you have to treat yourself well in first place in order to achieve what you want. Because if you don't do that, how can do you expect that other people will do that? So I think it's something simple, but we don't do it. Like, for example, he said the three things about having what you want to achieve what you want: gratitude, order, and who got, as he said. So I think it's pretty interesting, and I did that yesterday when I was watching it. I said, now take 2 minutes and just tidy your room, because you need to have organized in first place your room so you can organize your life. Because if you cannot even organize your room, how can you manage to organize your life, your business, or whatever you want to? So I did that. And also treat yourself well and have gratitude for the things that you already have, and not just focus on the things that all the things you still have to want to achieve, but have gratitude for what you already have. And I think it's something so simple, but sometimes we forget to use that, these principles.
Great.
Yeah, it was a good choice, Frank. Good job.
I don't know. I was overthinking it. I was maybe they are not gonna like the first one because of the actions, like having gratitude and tidying up your room, and it's like it's unconventional because we are always looking into the big picture, but we are not
Yeah,
doing the simple things, the basic things
but
first.
all the psychologists and teachers, they all say the same thing. You have to do in chunks, not think about the whole thing, because otherwise we just think, oh, I'm not gonna be able to make it because it's a huge thing. But if you work in parts, okay, today I'm gonna do this, tomorrow I'm gonna do this, and then you achieve what you want with time, because you need to be patient and work gradually.
Yeah. I want to say hello to Vidal and to Noemi that just joined, and they were not on the first group. And I just want to add something that I watched a few days ago from Jordan Peterson. He said that we should be focusing on our everyday things, trying to improve our everyday things, like the trivial things. Like we do it without even think about it, just trying to improve that first before going to the big picture. Anyway, so so who first? Who it was? Francis. How's it going? Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Frank.
Hi.
Yeah, nice to see you here. Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, a lot of friends I know for a long time, but this is the first time I saw, and just like Vivian. Yeah,
Hi,
I know
Francis.
you for a long time, but yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I've
the
seen
first
you
time.
on Instagram. Where are you from?
Yeah, I'm from China.
Oh, China. Yeah, nice to meet you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, about this video, I just watched the first one, uh, Get Out the Rat, right? And I didn't pay. Maybe I didn't get the main idea. It just this guy, he just show us some ambition music, or to keep your concentrate on something. I don't know if you have any same feelings, because in recently I downloaded an meditation app called Situation. I think it has similar ways to keep you concentrate in this way. Just play some music, or do some music can help you relax, and some music can help you keep your concentration I don't know if they use the same theory, but but I think it's very hard to get rid of some boring, how can I say, boring status, and to come back to keep focus on another thing. But I think it's very hard for me to do that. I don't know if you have same question.
I think you are in Jermaine's team because you don't know anything. But in the first discussion, Jermaine was saying that she basically, oh, I mean, her idea is like this is not as effective as we can think because yeah, it's like too general and it's not. It can be even superficial.
Yeah, yeah,
That, mhm, great.
yes.
Okay, so let's see what Vidal, how's it going? Are you there?
Hey, yes, I am here. How are you?
Did,
Hey, how are you doing?
I'm great. Did you watch the video?
Yeah, I saw three or more videos, I guess. Uh, one video takes you to another,
Yep.
but didn't spend a lot of time watching these videos, but I found them interesting. And I wanted to add, um, and I wanted to add a concept that is based on habits, because um, most of the videos try on in self improvement, aren't they? So I wanted to share with you here. Let me. Oh, I can't. I can't share my my screen, but it's a matter of three layers like an onion, three circles.
Mhm.
The first one, the internal or the identity. The second one in the middle, the process, and the final, the external circle, the outcomes. The outcomes is what we want to achieve, what we want to improve. The process in the middle is what we are doing in order to achieve our goal. And in the center, the inner the inner circle is identity, is who I am, is who we want to be. And it is because it is the main reason we want to change something in our lives. So maybe making some connections with this concept, we can more easily more easily understand or more easily put in practice some of those techniques. I guess this is my that's my opinion, because casually I've been reading a book besides with the version of Audible that is called Habits. Have you heard about it? Habits.
No.
So it's a very good book. I recommended it to you. In the Kindle version as well as in the Audible version. And in the initial pages, we can see this picture from the author drawing three circles: the most inner circle, identity; the intermediate circle, process; and the more external circle, outcomes. The outcome, what we want to achieve; the process, what we are doing to make the achievement come true; and the central circle, and the main reason or the main basis of changing a habit, or getting a new habit, is identity, is who I am or who I want to be. But in general, the videos look interesting to me. And it's called my attention that you also shared a link of Captain Sinbad.
Yep.
Me- I guess I think it's a very good blogger or YouTuber. I have watched three or more videos on his, and are very good ones.
Yep. As I was saying in the first meeting, I found these three videos really related to each other because they were talking in different perspectives about the same
Yep.
things. We are sometimes we are just thinking about what to do and how it will look cool to do it, but we don't do it in the end. We just thinking about it and thinking it's like, you know. Anyway, uh, no, Noemi, are you there?
Yeah.
Hi, how are
Hello,
you?
guys. Good.
Good. All right.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts about this
Oh, sorry. Which one?
in general? You
About.
can talk about the first one or the other two. Or,
Mm, I see. So I think those videos are really pretty interesting. That all of us always tend to procrastinate, delaying things, doing things before doing the which one you should finish first. And yeah, I actually shared a video. I think it's also similar, which I do it. Like I try to not open my laptop then, because if I open my laptop, then it's like the start of everything. Opening YouTube, opening the social media. There's no end until my day is finished. I wasn't able to do anything. So they're very helpful. Actually, I'm already practicing doing that. Like I try not to open my laptop first. I just in my everyday life I do cleaning first and then go to the gym. I try to finish everything other than watching YouTube or playing video games. Yeah, so I think that's my point. Like
good. Yeah.
yeah.
I haven't watched I mean your video, the link you shared. I just opened it to see what it was. But I noticed someone else talked about you, and the link that you shared is about dopamine detox.
Yeah,
Okay.
right. It's
Hmm.
so easy for us to look with messages because it can give us happiness, right? It's
Yep.
similar also with watching YouTube. Um, they are not stressful. Unlike when you're um, studying, then there's a stress to learn something, especially if those things are difficult. Unlike with watching YouTube, maybe playing games, you can get the happiness right away. That's why we tend to do those things for a long time. Unlike with studying, maybe in just 1 hour you already feel bored, you already feel tired because maybe you don't get that dopamine thing.
Yep. Hmm. Yeah, I totally understand. I watched something about that. Not that same video, but yeah, I understand your point.
Yeah, and so I learned in that video as well, which I also practice. Like if I was able to make myself productive in a day, and then I can reward myself with playing video games or looking with social media or online shopping.
Great.
Yeah, it's very effective.
Yeah. Anyway, Adeline, I haven't given you any chance to talk. You're mute.
Yes. I'm here. Can you hear me, guys?
Yep.
I made my video. If you some of you watch my video, I'm not sure if you're watching it because I barely got comments from you guys, but I watch all of your videos. Anyway, I watched the first and the third video, and the first video I really amazed because I really love his advice on how you get rid of those rats, on how you become productive, and what's that? Yes, stop comparing yourself to other people that who are really successful, but you you are capable of, you have potential, but you are lagging behind. You keep doing something or all those nonsense stuff like checking all your social media or your Instagram or Facebook or whatever, and then you end up doing nothing. So yeah, how could you become productive? Take an action, do it now. Stop wasting too much time, because too much checking all those social media, it causes you time consuming. So me too, sometimes I keep checking all my news feeds and then keep distracted, so I end up, I cannot do my homework. I lose my concentration. I lose my motivation because my mind confusing. So I end up doing nothing. So I feel like I am unproductive. So as long as I try to do something that I can be a productive every day in my life, I try to make valuable in my life every day. I try to do something interesting. So yeah, sometimes when I lose my motivation, I try to do something different than when I get my motivation, and then I go
I
back.
want I want to ask you a concept.
Uh-huh.
Excuse me. I want to ask you a concept. What do you mean? Have you ever heard about reinforcement? That means if you want to do something, you continue to do something. There must be some reason for you to do it. You may not notice, but there must be some reason for you to do it.
Mhm.
For example, you keep using your phone, even though you haven't do your homework. But when you use the phone, you connect with other people. You got your satisfaction. Those satisfaction will sustain you to continue to do the action. So in a way, it doesn't necessarily mean it's unproductive. It's useful. There must be a reason for you to sustain. For example, you're concerned about something, you want to know about it. So it satisfies your knowledge.
Mhm.
So I disagree that using the phone is unproductive. It's productive in a way, not the way you want to finish your work, but it's productive in a way it satisfies your emotional needs.
I think it depends on the use that you're giving to your phone. I mean, if you're using it to play
Because
games or something.
according to behavioral therapy, behavioral theory, you want if you continue to do an action, there must be something for you to sustain. Only you didn't aware it. So there must a reason for you to continue to do it.
Yeah, I
And there's
think
don't do it. There must a reason for you to do it. Don't do it. And then
yeah.
about the
Mhm.
stress, even though you don't think about, even for most people, uh, do you think a manager, the work of a manager and a cleaner, which one is more stressful? Everybody will think, oh, a manager's work is even stressful, more stressful. But actually, it's not, because stress is according to individual. If the individual think perceive his fretting, he has fret, and he think that he cannot cope with the work, then it's stressful for her. Even though a cleaner is also feel stressful about his work, about her work. So you can't compare watching TV or doing work, which is more stressful. There's no
Mm,
absolute value.
yeah, I think stress is really individual, like you said. It's not the same. I mean, it's different levels of stress depending of the work of the person, how can the person tolerate that stress. And I think, I don't know, the taking action thing is like, I think we have to be specific, because we are always taking action, unless we are only in our beds and just sleeping. We are taking action by going out and buying our groceries, by checking social media or whatever. The thing is, what kind of action do you want to take?
I
Because
think it's
as I
the problem of taking priority. That means
Mhm.
you choose to work or you choose to use your phone. You
Yeah,
choose to connect with your friend or you choose to work out the work, do the work. If you
uh,
know
uh,
that if you don't do your work, you haven't got your salary, you do your work first. So it's the
yeah, of
problem of
course.
priority.
Mhm.
Priority, right? You have to be a balance. I mean, it can't be only work, work, work. You have to
Yes,
have fun
you
as
feel
as
that
well.
discipline to yourself. You have
Yeah.
to discipline, because if you let yourself to keep distracted, some many things around you, then you cannot concentrate what you're going to finish, what you're going to achieve in your goals. So yeah, self-discipline in that way to do, so you can finish your work or whatever you're going to do, your homework or task, any task. By the way, yes, guys, I haven't finished yet my speech. So yeah, I have to continue. I understand that his video, you have to be organized. So whenever you want to, you have to be organized first yourself before you will organize some other things outside of your world. So yes, be tidy in your room. So as for me, I am very organized person. As long as I don't like messy things, I don't like too many decoration in my house. If I have so many things or stuff that I don't like it, I just trash it. So yeah, be organized first to yourself, so you have a peace of mind, so you can concentrate whatever you are doing, what you are going to do. And what else? And also be gratitude, be grateful, not just focusing more on you are what you are going to achieve, but just be thankful, but just be grateful whatever you have done, whenever ever, even though simple things, just be thankful. Because some people, guys, they are not satisfied, keep looking things, they keep was that reaching some things that even though they're having hard time to reach those goals. So just be grateful whatever you have done in your life, in your daily basis. Mm-mm. And yes, be happy and satisfied. Yeah, that's my point of view about those YouTuber.
Great.
Mhm.
Evie?
Hi.
Hi. So I don't know, do you have anything to add or something?
No, I just want to say something that I forgot to say about the video is sometimes you think that have just like two levels, no? Be grateful or not be grateful, be productive or not being productive. But I think the reality is between these two extremely things that there are a lot of levels, no? And you can up each one level every day, improve every day. And about the video about the 10 hours, how to be study for 10 hours, it's a very, the title is a very, but I've watched this video too, and I ended up identify with this video because sometimes I'm a little so distractful, I know, distracted, I don't know.
Mhm.
My cell phone always on silent because it's better for me. And I think the motivation is the main like source to be productive of something, to get something in a state of flow, they say. And I think the motivation is the main thing.
Great. Lee?
Yes, actually, I need my assistance here because I always lose my train of thought, So, uh, okay, so I want to add something when I was listening to Naomi before. She said about something like our brain is very good at switching to something comfortable. And the reason behind is because we feel like more relaxing and comfortable doing things that we are get used to. So that's why we postpone things, delay things, that important things that need to be done. And besides, there are a lot of distractions out there that is very hard to resist. It's like social media, Netflix, or other meetings, parties out there that we cannot focus 100% on what needs to be done. And I think one of the key solutions to this is set a very strong self-discipline. What I mean by that is if you have, disciplined yourself and follow it strictly, then you have the feeling that you're gonna be proud of yourself and be respect of your feelings, and also can boost your self-esteem like to the next level, because you have done all the things that need to be done, so that you have the feelings that you respect yourself and you have the momentum to keep going on a regular basis. Okay, what else? Because actually listening to you guys gives me a lot of ideas, but I have to write it down. Okay, so I want to keep talking about the video from the curly hair guy. He talked about flow and increase your comfort zone. And he said something like, if you expand your comfort zone, then your skill set is gonna be increased gradually, along with your comfort zone. And the other way around, if you increase your skill set, and then your comfort zone is gonna be expanded in a positive way. So they are correlated. And okay, what else? So I have a tip for myself, and I think it's also helpful to you. Then I have some mentors to encourage myself. Like if I want to do something, I just tell myself that you're gonna do it, and just do it, or don't overthink it. Because the more you think about it, then the more excuses you're gonna make not to do it. So create yourself a series of mentors that keep you going without any delaying. That's my speaking from my own experience. Okay, I think that's it. That's I want to add.
Just freaking do it.
Yeah, just freaking do it.
Anyway, Anastasia.
Sorry, guys. At the beginning, I lost a train of my thoughts. Yes, but for this one, I think that we don't have to win every single day, maybe, but we have to have special term for our dreams. For example, maybe every week you just plan your future and to achieve it. But it's really so important to have a special term to understand that this work, actually, I don't think that people have to work so hard and a lot, because it's a good example for Finland education system, when pupils study just maybe 3 or 4 hours a day, and maybe for I don't remember how many days, maybe 4 days a week. And this is the best education system in the world, and they are so productive because they know that they have special period they have to learn maximum, and they so concentrate. They know that after that they will take a rest. Or because if you study a lot, sometimes you begin to be so tired, and at the end you can't understand anything because your brain is so tired. And in this case, maybe it's really good when you work, but not a lot, because it's a good example. In Russia, people can work really a lot of hours, 12 or 11. It's a lot without rest. But they have maybe 1 month to finish their project. For Finland, it could be maybe 1.5 weeks and they finish the same, but time they work is really like so short, but they more productive than when you work so hard. Or maybe if you work on your project, your personal project, you have to work so hard, but you have to know the end of this work. You can't work every like a lot of times just to spend for this one. Yes, this is my thoughts. But of course, about goals, we have to plan them to know, because sometimes people just have a dream, but they can't find the way to achieve it. And it's very good idea to plan your day or like your routine to know step by step you achieve it, and at the end you see result, because you can't make results for the short time. You have to, it's like a long process. Yes, it was my thought.
Great. Okay, who's next? Now Naomi. Is that right? Because I see no, I see your name and I pronounce it Noemi, but I don't know.
Yeah, some people call me Naomi or Nomi. Anything is fine.
Okay, but Noemi is not right.
Yeah, Nomi, Nomi.
No, Nomi. Okay, right.
I think I agree with Anastasia that you know, if you have a goal, you know, it's natural to have a goal and do the things how to achieve your goals. But at the same time, it is important to balance yourself and not just going to work or get drawn yourself from working or to achieve those goals. You also have to balance with, you know, like be kind to yourself. If you're going to work, I think it will not make you happy. If, as we all know, maybe if we achieve the goal, then that can make us happy. But along the way, it's a long process, right? So along the way, you should have a time for yourself, like learn to maybe some play, like Anastasia says that in a week, some company, their employees, they allow them to work for 4 days in a week and they have a 3 days off, something like that. So people are more productive because they know that they will have a long holiday, that they can enjoy their long holiday of the week. And at the same time, you should also balance it with friends. Of course, you have friends, right? No one lives alone. So we should have time to enjoy with our friends and at the same time with our family. And
Great.
yeah,
Yeah, keep going.
yeah, and you know, the third video, like why I'm able to study 10 hours per day. I think the meaning is that what I understood is that done is better than perfect. Like if you're just going to imagine on how you should do things and or like your goal without doing it, then it's just like an imagination. You should some people think on how to do their goals like in a perfect way, but they are not doing anything. So it's like the goal is start doing something. Even it's not perfect, but yeah, we should start doing something.
Of course. Francis.
Yeah. Hi. And about this, recently I have watched a lot of videos about this motivation about how to achieve your goal and some tips. can help you get rid of those distractions. But uh, but in real life, when those distractions really comes out, uh, come out in front of you, and it's very hard to how can I say do
Resist.
as the those videos, those suggestions do, because uh, for example, yeah, in this new challenge, in our in Ravaga's challenge, new challenge, and I still fall behind just the just to finish the first task, because I didn't expect. Uh, I was supposed to have a lot of free time in this week, but there's a unexpected work come to me, so I don't have too much time to to how can I say, to put myself in the social media, and I'm not a social how can I say, I'm not a social animal, because even in China, I don't use WeChat for my to post pictures, to watch other people's post or something. So you don't have too much time to how can I say, to achieve your goal, even the goal is small, and I, I don't I don't know it, because it's very hard to how can I say, it's hard to do things like your plan, and a lot of things can interrupt your plan, and so it's the important things. I don't know if you have a good suggestions to
Going.
because a lot of distractions really bother me, and it is very hard to get those distractions. Yeah, for me, it's I want to hear your suggestions, how to uh, uh, for example, uh, every day I have a lot of work, and after work I still have to spend some times with my kid homework, and then I I didn't have too much time to do our challenge, to see other people's videos, watch videos, and give them feedback. And so I was a little anxious. Actually, I was worried about that. Yeah. So this is a question. So
Okay.
how do you guys think? Yeah.
Okay. I will tell you to don't be too hard with yourself, but I don't know. Anyone else has suggestions?
I will talk
Suggestions
about
for Francis?
the books, the theory I learned from the books for management. I think the management about time management is two ways. One is to set your priority, and second is to delegate your work to other people. That means ask somebody to do an important work for you. Can you hear me? Can you hear?
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 Can you repeat the
According,
last
I
thing you
got
said?
yeah. That um ask somebody to share your work out. To ask somebody to do the important work, or to do somebody to do the ask somebody to do the work for you, which is they are more competent for very competent for than you. Then you ask them to do it. Then you do the work you are very good at.
Like
Delegation.
to delegate, delegate.
Yeah.
Right.
Delegation.
I have a suggestion too. Are you done, Jermaine?
Yes.
Okay, Francis. What I
Yeah.
do for me, the best hours of the day is in the morning. So if you want to have more time, just wake up earlier, like 30 minutes earlier
Yeah.
or an hour earlier, you know. Because in the morning you get more things done, your brain is fresh, and you can, like, if you don't have time at night because you're already tired, then maybe you could just wake up a little bit earlier, like 30 minutes, and so you can be more active on the social medias. I mean, I use social medias nowadays just for one purpose, to improve my English. So I try to read, and I'm not making many videos. I'm behind with the task too because I had some problems last week, and so I didn't have much time. But I'm trying to every day. I watch YouTube videos on everything in English, of course. If I'm going to watch something, it's everything in English. So that's how I seize my day and make the most of my time when I don't have time to make videos, but at least I'm watching something and practicing my English. So that's my suggestion for you. Wake up earlier.
Yeah,
If you can.
good. Yeah.
Yes, yes. I have also a suggestion. Maybe you can make your timetable. You can put all your schedules. 30 minutes. I have to study every day my English. I have to do my task at least 20 minutes each day. So make a schedule so
Yeah,
you
that's
have
good.
time to push yourself to do your task, to do your challenge.
Sure, sure.
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
I have to go. I have my daughter has come back. I have got to go out.
oh
Because
yeah.
I'm using his room.
That's okay.
Okay.
Okay,
So
bye.
maybe yeah. Okay, bye. Maybe I
See
think
you,
I
Bye,
can
Jermaine.
connect
Jermaine.
again. Okay, bye bye.
Bye.
Yeah, bye.
For joining. How about Tom?
Right.
I
Yeah,
have a
Tom.
suggestion.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's important to sort out the task, daily task. The most important should be done first, and the less important should be done at the end. Because the less important task, if it is no time for doing this task, it is low cost, or it is no big deal, not making more non-important tasks. So first do the most important task, and when it is time, do rest of the tasks. And you must also think what is most important for you. You must try to sort out which task should be done as mandatory, and which task should be done only and at your whim. And when you sort out these things like that, and when you get up earlier, I think you will be done. And that's like for me also like that. And also I think that the first task at the daily program, at the daily schedule, should be the challenging task, because you have a fresh mind, and you have more intellectual power to solve the problems. And the usual tasks, which are routine tasks, should be done at the last as the last tasks. So the most important and the most demanding task should be done first. And when you sort out things like that, I think it will help immensely.
To become more
That's it.
productive.
Okay, guys, I have to go. I'll see you guys next week.
See ya, Vivian.
See ya.
See
Thank you very
See
much.
ya.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye bye.
No, Naomi, you had something to say earlier.
No me.
Yeah, this for Francis. If you can do multitasking, you know, I'm doing like exercise for 1.5 to 2 hours every day. So, but I want to improve my listening skills. So what I do is that while doing exercise, I have my earphone with me and listening with some audiobooks or podcast. Then that way I can improve my listening, and at the same time I can learn how to pronounce some words properly. And then, or I started doing painting, And I do painting for 3 hours to 4 hours in a day. So it's like listening to music is like very noisy to me. So what I did while I'm painting, I also listened to some audios or some podcasts. I think it can help you to be really productive if you can do multitasking.
Yeah, yeah.
Great.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thanks
me
for
Okay. Okay.
I do that one.
Okay.
When I wash the dishes or whenever I go, I put my headset on and listen lots of English podcasts. Yeah, so even though you are doing your house chores, you can listen to English, guys. So be multitasking. It's very nice to become a productive, to improve your listening skills as well.
Great. Okay, Francis, to summarize, okay, don't be so hard with yourself. That was what I said first. Make a schedule,
How about
yeah.
Marta?
like Adeline said. What?
I'm sorry, Marta. And Vidal, please give them
Yeah,
chance
Marta.
to speak.
Okay.
Mhm.
As for me, I would like to say that I totally agree with your expressions. And I would like to add about being productive, having like nap and siesta during the day at midday, as it's in Spain, I guess. Yeah. So even I saw like news on TV. Government authorities in Spain want to like implement this kind of system in their country, or they are already practicing it. I'm not quite sure, so that other neighboring countries can take that practice and implement in their own country. And even like they displayed some kind of beds in offices, if I'm not mistaken, or in airports where people can have rests during the day, so that they become productive. It's not that amount of hours of work. It's the result of work, how much or how well you have done it. And as Anastasia mentioned, some like 4 days a week. I would like to mention that I don't quite know about it, but I like heard that education in Finland is at the top, because they have not full days, I guess just a half of day, so that they don't push or force their children to work hard. And I can relate with my situation, or the people or children here in Turkey. They, as if they're working. I sometimes feel pity for them. They go to their school with their parents at early in the morning and come home at late in the evening, as if they worked the whole
Yeah.
day. Even the primary children, and they just have a few times to work at home, like 1 hour or something. They have dinner and they have to go to bed early, and it's not productive, I guess. Maybe it's productive when it's in private schools, where they have like before if it finishes at 5 o'clock, get them to their houses, they have 1 hour break where they were given time to do their homework at school, in private schools. Yeah. So they might get done all those homeworks so that they can become productive. But if it's not common in all private schools, it's really hard for them to be productive. So I guess we have to do a bit more research about Finnish education system, and somehow implement in our countries. And one more thing I would like to add about our own common purpose here in the community, building up confidence and being clear and fluent, and improving our speaking skills. And as I've been like spending my whole like life, I can say, like to the devote my life to learn English. I'm up to the point where idea about that, building consonants, all that pronunciation, like intonation stuff. I mean, it was kind of, waste of time. Why? You just, how to say, I think all those years of mine, it's not productive. I was just kind of cramming for those facts and all those things. And if you ask me some of those idioms or phrasal verbs which I've learned during my school years, I don't know none of them. So this one, I mean, this challenge, yeah, that's why I can't end saying thanks to admins, to Adeline for creating this great community, and other like moderators in other groups. It's like we have here a goal, a clear goal, as in the video Frank shared with us. Yeah, we have clear in our goal, and we challenge ourselves, and we devote our time to get them done, and we are trying to avoid distracting ourselves. I guess that's it. Thank you for listening.
Great. Vidal, do you have any suggestions to Francis?
No, as you said before, not to be harsh to ourselves, trying to recognize our improvements every day, little by little, piece by piece, meter by meter. I can again, I want to recommend you the book I mentioned before, Atomic Habits, and in the cover book, that also says, tiny change, great result. He managed a theory on which, what about if you improve 1% every day? 1% every day. What's going to happen in 100 days? For everything you want to achieve. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, now I guess I can make the summary. Don't be so hard on yourself. Make a schedule, a daily schedule. Actually, I tried a daily schedule. Now I'm using a weekly schedule. What I'm going to do tomorrow and Wednesday, and so on. Get up early. Get up earlier every day. If you can multitask, it will be great as well. You can do a couple of things at the same time. Taking naps, I do it sometimes in the middle of the day. The book Atomic Habits, I have to look it up because it looks really interesting. And like Jermaine and Thomas were saying, pretty much you have to prioritize between the challenge and your family. So yeah, no, the last one was a joke, you know.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you all you guys for your suggestions. Yeah, that could be so productive. Yeah, and it seems it seems and works for, yeah, and maybe I should do some reduction and to cut some things. Maybe I'm not a multitasking guy. I just you know this I saw this videos of this video has a lot of tips and good, and gives me a lot of useful information. I just want to absorb them, and that video it gives totally different suggestions or some method I could improve me something, and I also want to take them, and sometimes maybe yeah, you take the you overtake the things. Maybe just like the third videos, maybe you overflow floated your capability. Yeah.
The thing
Yeah.
is we consume too much information. So like you said, there are different methods, and I guess you have to apply, you have to stick with a method and apply it, and if it doesn't work, apply a different method. But It's not the thing about it's input and output. It's not only consuming. You have to execute.
As for the multitasking, I heard once that women are best in the multitasking, and men must finish one thing and then he could start another. So it is specifically to gender. But I'm not. Maybe I'm not. I'm wrong. And the second interesting fact is that was an experience once, and a group of people were put in the cave without watch, without any time measurements, and after 2 weeks. The rhythm of day was the new rhythm of day had been established for these people, and they would be active only 4 hours and 4 hours sleep. So it was the day as we have 24 hours of one day, and they have only 8 hours, so 3 times shorter. And so because of that, I think it is obvious that we should take a nap during the day, because 12 hours of activity is too long. And I must admit that I like very much the Marta idea that in Spain the nap should be as obligatory custom. And I think as I'm getting older, I think it is more and more important.
Yeah, well, I think we helped Francis. Adeline, what do you think?
What do you mean?
Yeah, I mean, we gave suggestions to Francis about what he wanted.
Yes, like I said, you have to make your timetable. You have to make your schedule, what you are going to do first. Like for example, you have a project, and then you have deadline with that project. You have to put like kind of color, like red. This red is, I have to hurry, I have to finish this project during my deadline. And then some of your projects maybe later time, or it takes 3 months, so maybe you color yellow or green. So yeah, try to be creative to make you productive. Yeah, me too, guys. I'm planning to do that one timetable to make, because nowadays I really don't have enough time to study my pronunciation online courses, because I have so many stuff. Yeah, I keep distracted so many stuff on my social media, so I end up like once a week. I only study my online pronunciation course just only once a week, and I cannot focus on it. So yeah, I have to study at least 20 minutes each day, 20 minutes each day. Just even though just simple, short amount of time, at least you are engaging. And later on, you can engage more, 30 minutes until 40 minutes until 1 hour, 2 hours to keep back your motivation. That is my suggestion. Yeah, yeah. How about you guys? Yeah. Anything suggestion? Lee? You can unmute yourself maybe.
Sorry, I just wanted to add a little details about multitasking. Be careful with it, or else instead of getting everything done, you get nothing done. It's like combine things differently. So it could be counter effective if you do it in a wrong way. And besides, you guys kind of cover all the things that I was about to say. Like set priority and like put the separate the task in small assignments, stuff like that. Yeah, so that's it.
All right. How about AB? Do you have anything to add about multitasking or any suggestion?
Yeah, just to listen the suggestions, Carl's suggestion that I need to. I have like a little problems with discipline and distractions. But something that I noticed is because I put a lot of tasks to do and a lot of expectations for my week, and I ended up don't complete all the things I want to do, and I ended up be like frustrated. But I mean, trying to put less things to do, less tasks to do every week, and it's trying every week is a different week, every day is a different day. No, you are just trying different things and see what's going.
Great. So I don't know. Yeah. Okay. Naomi.
Yeah, one more thing. I remember like before I got so busy. Like I didn't have a time anymore to practice listening, listening with anything. And then I was going to my class like I should take the bus for 40 minutes. So what I do is I listen to those certain audio books or podcasts while I was on the bus. Yeah, I think it's like 1.5 hours like back and forth. I think it can help you. I don't know what means of transportation you do, but yeah, maybe you can make a way. It's not multitasking anyway.
Anyway,
Because you're just sitting in the bus, right?
yes, guys, I have additional about Lee said that you have to be careful if you are a multitasker person because that yeah you're listening to a podcast, you're very engaged while you're listening to it, and then like for example you are taking a bus and then you forgot your bus station, you jump to another bus station. Yeah, it's like,
That happened to me.
yeah, me too, guys. Oh, where is my bus station? Oh my God, I dropped out to the wrong bus station because I keep listening to my podcast or any audio what I'm listening to. So yeah, just be careful also when you want to become a multitasker person. How about Anastasia?
It may
Tom?
it may be also like that when you are listening too long to the podcast, you are switching off mentally because it is too long. It is too long for your brain and after some time. I also listen a lot of radio, of podcast, and I sometimes catch up that I am not listening at all, even though that this podcast is on, and I am thinking about something else because it is too much for my brain if it is too long, of course. So it is also like that you should be wary about that.
And you talk about bus. I usually take naps in the bus. It's a good thing to do too.
Yeah. Me too. Sometimes I take a nap when I take a bus.
How do you know? How do you know? I mean, are you scared that you oversleep? I mean, how do you know when to wake up?
In my case,
Maybe
I'm
set
never
alarm.
happy with me. No, once was near to my bus station and I wake up, where I am. But you have time to go to the right bus station.
You
Yeah,
know,
it happened to me a long
okay,
time ago.
yeah, where I come from, it's not usual to have such a long commuting trip. So it's like 20 minutes tops. But here, where I am, it's really common to have 1 hour, 1.5 hours, or 2 hours in a bus. So I see people taking naps, and they know that they wake up and they, okay, here I'm stopping. It's like they are programmed to know exactly when to wake up.
Yeah, in my case, when I last year when I go to university, it's like 1 hour and 1 hour half in the bus, so I have to enjoy the time, no?
Yeah, Anna.
Anastasia?
Yeah. I don't know. Honestly, when I go out, I can't listen something in English. It's driving me crazy. But in my case, I usually give myself a deadline to achieve my goals. For me, it's more productive because I know that for this period, I have to finish this one, and it's like I can work so hard, but after that, I know my rest will wait me, something like this. But in English, maybe I learn a lot of grammar right now, and sometimes when I wanna relax, I watch a video in English. That, for example, special shows. It's almost the same like in my native language, but in English. And sometimes I can train my listening because podcasts. I'm not a good friend with podcasts. Maybe special. My sister recommended me special about. I don't know. Can I say it's not about speaking? It's not about special conversation. It's about grammar. And when I learn grammar and I have to listen to it again, it's not a good idea at all. And I don't know. For example. We talked maybe about this in last conversations that, for example, I want to achieve something until August, and I plan. For example, for this week, I have to achieve this one, this part of my goals. Next week, I have to achieve, and at the end of my week, I usually check my goals. It's like my result, and okay, maybe this week I was so productive, but this no. Yes, this is my experience in this case, my thoughts.
All right. Thank you so much for sharing, Anastasia. So, you guys, do you have any additional? What Vidal?
Yes, just a final comment. I heard about multitasking. So my advice would be careful with the multitasking idea. It might be dangerous, or we might end up getting nothing. We want to catch everything in the world, but one thing at a time. Maybe we are able to do rightly 2 things or 3 things at a time, but not many, not multitasking. I I I stick on the idea that we are multi-skills, not multitask people. Yep, we can do many different things, but not all of them at the same time. That's just a suggestion. But when it comes to learn English, maybe we can walk and listen to a podcast as a passive listening, because passive listening is also a good way to learn English, to improve our listening. Passive, because in any way our brain is getting the listening, even we are not focused, even we are not when we are not concentrated in listening to the podcast, and we are focusing our main attention to crossing the street, to taking the right bus, to taking the right street. And for personal experience, multitasking is dangerous, especially at work. Especially at work. There was once when I was on the phone, I was answering a mail, and I was having a conversation with a person in front of me. So I did wrong everything. I sent the email to the wrong person. I sent the mail to the boss of my boss of the boss, to the director, instead of my boss. And that was because the beginning, when you write in the email address, as it is a smart device, so the computer interprets who you are trying to send the email to. So if you write TR, the computer, the mail system, the memory finds the last TR you wrote a mail to. So it has been a different TR. So I chose the first one. And what happened? The mail was sent to the wrong person. So be careful ourselves with the multitasking.
Yeah.
And another occasion in which we can make a bad mistake, or everything is bad, but a very dangerous mistake is when, for example, I am here with you, I am typing on the WhatsApp, and I'm trying to make a bank account transfer. So this it's very dangerous. You can find out that you made a transfer to the wrong person, and also happened to me. Yes. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, guys. So do you have anything else? Or I think it took 2 hours for us now. Anyway, we don't have time limit, so we can keep going if you want. But if you would like to end up, or if you have any additional, then you can talk. Francis, do you have any additional?
I don't know, because you guys have give so much good advices, and I don't know. Yeah. I'll take some. I'll take some. Just get up early. I used to get up, sleep very late, and because I think every day at night, I think I have a lot of things to do. I have something unfinished. I try to finish them all, and every day, yeah. The result is I get up. I go to bed very early, very late, uh, and every morning I just hurry up with my breakfast and something, and just drive to my workplace very quickly, and sometimes I uh, I should reorganize my schedule, and sometimes really think about it. Yeah. Thank you guys for those kindness and suggestions. Thank you.
Our pleasure.
Yeah.
All right. So how about Marta? Frank? Maybe you can make a conclusion.
Yeah, Marta. Marta, go first.
Most of us agreed with the getting up early in the morning. I would like to mention that like some of those productive and famous people mention it, like focuses and emphasize the importance of that getting up. Even they mention getting up at 5 a.m. in the morning, which is not
Nice.
Realistic.
I haven't practiced it yet.
Not
I haven't
attractive.
practiced it. Yeah, unrealistic. And even I read the book called Morning Miracle by Hal Elrod. Yeah, and he also emphasized this importance. But the first time, and also some of you mentioned the first time when you are awake in the morning. Jim Quick, I guess he mentions the first time you don't have to grab instantly your phone. You have to give your time to remember your dreams if you have dreamed. and make your bed, like have your warm water before like how to say entering that daily activities. And one more thing, if it's better for our eyes to go outside and see the morning sunshine, yeah, so that you can look straight for about 5 or 10 minutes. 10 minutes it's not possible, even 2 minutes is okay for me. I just practiced a bit, like 3 days. Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Well, guys and girls, it has been a pleasure for me to be your task giver for this month, for these four weeks. Thank you, Adeline, for that.
Yes, my pleasure.
I'm sorry because of the video and the caption. I made you think I was gonna quit or anything. I'm staying here, but it's not like I'm not gonna be selecting the topics or anything. I'm just gonna be showing up in the meetings and giving my opinion about the topics that Vivian is gonna select now, because she's gonna be the next task giver starting tomorrow or Monday.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah. So yeah, it was my pleasure, and great. Thank you for showing up and speaking up as well.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Frank, don't be so worried, because I think that you are worrying about something. And I think that I know what is it.
What?
You was bullying pregnant woman.
I what?
you was
Didn't get
bullying
it.
pregnant woman.
No.
Stephanie.
No, I don't get it. What pregnant woman?
Stephanie.
Wow. Yeah, just she wasn't even in my mind. Whatever. Yeah. Anyway. Wow, Thomas, that was a good one. Anyway, so yeah, I think we can end it right now. What do you think, Adeline?
Yes, guys. So if you don't have any additional to our task, our topic today, so maybe we can end up. It's been 2 hours and a half, maybe. We have been talking for 2 hours and a half. How about Anastasia, Naomi, Lee, Francis, Marta, Vivian, Evie? You can present.
It's okay. Yeah. It's pretty late for you, Angeline, so I think we better end up here and looking for, Vivian's next task.
Yeah. Exactly. I think so. So, guys.
Yeah. Okay, I'm okay with that. Yeah, and we can leave our topic to next call. Okay.
Sure.
Yes. Thank you for your time, Lynn, Frank, and all of you.
My pleasure.
Thank you, Frank. Thank you, Adeline. Thank you.
Thank you so much also for joining. And yes, we can keep doing this challenge. And also, guys, try to encourage with other members, because I always encourage you with other members. Yeah, try to be motivated to other participants, guys, because now we are 300, more than 300 members in the group, but the participants just only few members participating in our weekly tasks.
So according to the Pareto rule, there should be about 60 people here, but there are only 12.
But if it's too many, guys, it's not easy to us to speak up. It takes a long
Yeah.
time, and we seems like we're wasting our time. We're just listening, and we didn't have time to speak up. So much better small group like this.
But there are technical possibilities here on Zoom that we can split up to the several rooms. So if there are more people, we can split up and make several rooms.
Yes,
So it is
maybe in the
possible also.
future when we got a lot of participants.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think so. And then I'm planning if we have so many participants, I think our task giver will be our speaker. And then, yeah, like my teacher, she talks about the topic and like teaching something, yeah, much better. And then we can chat, so we can be appreciative because yeah, it's okay if we are listening to the speaker at the same time we're chatting as well. If you can share anything about your learning, so I think much better. Mm-mm. You got it, guys. You got it, guys. What I mean?
Yeah, I think so. It's like giving a presentation, like and the participants are just using the chat.
Yes.
Maybe it depends. You know, Vivian is really dedicated and she takes a lot of notes. I don't know what is she gonna do next week, but
Yeah, me
yeah,
too.
she's
I'm
really
curious what
yeah
she is going to give us
yeah yeah.
next week. Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, thank you so much, guys, and have a good day, have a good night, or whatever, what time
Thank you.
in your country. So yeah,
Thank you, guys.
thank you.
Bye bye bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye,
See you later.
guys.
See you.
See you.